What is up YouTube? Dougie Chong here. Welcome to today's episode, which is going to be part 6 of my renovation series. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I'll leave links in the description below. Alright, so part 6 is going to go through days 36 to 45 in the renovation series. We'll start with day 36. Here's a time lapse cutting out the old countertop. It probably would have come out without cutting it, but it would have been more difficult and ruined the walls. We just used a standard circular saw and cut it into 3 pieces. Then it was easier to remove. Day 37 was just painting the trims that we were going to put along the bottom of the walls. Day 38, we started to do the flooring on the first floor. Each floor had its own unique challenges for putting down the flooring, but overall the first floor was the easiest since it had the most wide open space. You didn't have to cut little weird shapes to go around different door openings. Here's some pictures of my dad heating a vinyl plank to bend it around the stair nose. We weren't really sure if this was gonna work when we started our renovation, but it really worked out quite well in my opinion. If you manage to find matching stair noses for your vinyl plank flooring, it usually costs maybe like $30 or $40 for each stair nose when you can just bend it yourself. It is a bit slippery as opposed to putting something like metal strips, but we think it should be fine for just a few steps. Also, by the time we got to the first floor, we were much better at putting down this particular brand of click-lock vinyl flooring. This particular brand called Home Decorators really needed you to use a tapping block to get the pieces snugly fit, and a mallet to hammer down some of the parts that just won't really go well together. Here's a picture of an extra tall IKEA cabinet. I think we ordered the 30-inch high one first by accident, and then got the 40-inch tall one. IKEA is very good with the return policy, so we had no problem getting the correct size. Day 40, we started to stain some of the stairs. We decided to stain because the grain looked okay even though we knew it was soft pine wood. In retrospect, we probably would have just painted the stairs black or used a slightly lighter stain, as hardly any of the grain was visible afterwards. Also, I would recommend using a water-based stain or paint. Oil-based requires a respirator and was just annoying to have to use at all times. Day 41 and day 42 were measuring and cutting the risers. If you don't know, risers are the vertical part of the stairs. For the risers, we used 1/8 inch plywood and decided to paint them white. You can get this plywood at Home Depot. They usually have it in the lumber department, and they'll actually cut it into the width you need. I think ours was about 7-inch tall strips right in the store. We went with 1/8 inch because we did not have much space under the nose of each stair. And there was already a structure to the stairs, so this was more decorative than for structural purposes. We also put together the blind IKEA cabinets. They are called blind cabinets because you kind of reach around the corner and you can't see what you're getting. Basically, IKEA sells flat cabinets, carousel styles, or diagonal corner units. We could have opted for diagonal units, but found the flat cabinet design to look more modern and just have a better overall feel. The blind cabinet name essentially gets its name from the corner being covered by the other cabinet and having to reach through the other door to reach those corner items, essentially being blind. It's actually quite a lot of work to set up these blind cabinets. You first put up the blind cabinet, then install special corner brackets to attach the door. Next, you install any filler panel you need on the adjacent cabinet and put it all together. The brackets need to be positioned fairly exact because the hinges do not have much room for adjustments. On one cabinet, I used the mounting brackets provided to put on the unused door. For the second one, I just opted to use the hinges. For $14, you get an exact fit. Day 43, here's a time lapse of me painting the risers. It wasn't a lot of work, but there were a lot of risers, about 25 in total, and each of them needed 2 coats. Day 44, here's a time lapse of me painting the stringers along the side white. Some people use painter's tape, but I find just having a piece of cardboard and being pretty careful works for me. Day 45, here's a time lapse of me nailing the risers up. We found that this particular nail gun left too much of an imprint, and if you are having this problem, holding an old credit card over the nose of the nail gun helps with this problem. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Leave a like if this video helps you at all. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. The renovation is actually complete at this point, so there's only going to be one more video left. Thank you for following with my journey, and see you in the next video.